Hi guys, it's Ruthie from the Popple Backyard Farm, and one of the reasons I'm doing this series on sweepstakes is because a lot of people ask me, how do you win so many sweepstakes? So this way I can say, just go to my YouTube playlist and you will see how I'm winning on sweepstakes. So I wanted to share that little info with you guys. Alright, so today's topic on the sweepstakes is, where do you find the sweepstakes? I had somebody ask me about that. I've had people ask me this all the time. And here's where I find them. I don't like to shoot out a specific place, and I'll tell you why. Because I look everywhere. I don't like just do one. Like, I look up the sweepstakes sites. I do Google, not advanced search. I think I might have said it in my other video, but it's actually Google alerts. So I can type in words like official rules, enter by whatever date, last sweepstakes ending, car sweepstakes, Berger sweepstakes, whatever I feel like I want to win. So that's why I don't list a specific place. But to get back to the question, where do you find them? Twitter, Facebook, Google alerts, Google searches, grocery stores have them. There's mail-ins. There's also, which I was going to show this to you today, which I don't, this one is one of the newsletters I have gotten, which is a sweet sheet. There are newsletters out there that you can get, and you do pay for them. I'm really not paying for anything right now, but that one there I still had a subscription for, so there may be a few stragglers out there that I have paid for in the past. You can do like blog giveaways. Blogs have sweepstakes. I have sweepstakes on my blog too that, like I said, that I list as well. So there's multiples of places to find sweepstakes. I mean, when you go to the sweepstakes sites or Google alerts, you can type in like mail-in sweepstakes, text sweepstakes, grocery store sweepstakes, because there are a lot of different types of sweepstakes. Now, a sweepstake is different than a contest. A contest, you have to do something. So there'll be like recipe contests. There's also, I believe, a raffle is what I think they call it. And those you have to pay for. So say, I don't know, so many people want to get into a raffle to win a house. There are things like that too. So those you do have to pay for. But sweepstakes should be completely free. You shouldn't have to pay for anything unless you choose to. And that's really what works best for you. So mail-in sweepstakes, Google alert, you can read different products. You go to the grocery store, look for sweepstakes. You can find sweepstakes like in malls. They'll say stuff like, I got a sweepstake, I think, at Sally's. I want a sweepstake at Sally's. But like a lot of times right at the store, they'll have a sweepstake you can enter. Then there's the newsletters. There's the text messages, and like I said, to find them, just do Google alerts or go to the sweepstakes sites. And I just go to all of them and enter as many as I can. And like I said before, if you start now sweepstaking, you may win a few prizes, because it's like the end of July 2015, if you see this later. So if you start now, you could win a bunch of stuff for Christmas and that type of thing as well. But, there's no guarantees if you're going to win. But if you're doing what the sweepers do, enter and enter and enter and enter and enter and enter and enter, it's, you probably will win. I mean, it depends on how much time you put into it. And so, when you're watching television, or if you're like me, you're a blogger, you can kick back and watch blogs and enter sweepstakes while you're watching your blogs. And it's a great, it's a fun hobby. Some people, they do, kind of live on it, but I wouldn't recommend that, because I think, and the reason they live on it is because they sell their winnings. The reason I wouldn't recommend that is, it takes a long time to figure out all that stuff. And I think, too, the longer you're in sweepstaking, the more you're going to win, because you learn the contests and things, and which contests you feel are good and which aren't good, and or sweepstakes, and which ones work for you and which ones don't. Because, sometimes, for a variety of reasons, you may not like a certain type of sweepstake. Another place is on your register receipts. There will be spots that will be like, if you do the survey, you can enter into the sweepstake. I mean, there are tons of spots. There are video contests. And I'm kind of like naming the different contests along with telling where you can find them, because basically it gets back to Google Alerts and sweepstakes sites and Google searches, and that's pretty much, and may I add the grocery store, going into malls, going into individual stores. I mean, you just got to get like a look around you. There are sweepstakes all over. You just have to find them. And once you find them, you kind of get like, there'll be so many sweepstakes, there's no way you can enter all the sweepstakes that you're going to see. And the main thing, and I'm going to emphasize this again, is you have to follow the rules. Cheaters are going to, they're only fooling themselves, because it won't work. You just follow the rules and you'll have no problems. And trust me, there are enough sweepstakes out there that you don't need to cheat and do things, because, you know, you'll see when you get into it, it's just more time consuming. So you might as well just follow the rules and just say, enter that one next, enter that one next, enter that one next, you know, basically bam, 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 and enter little stuff and big stuff. And over a period of time, you'll start seeing the winnings come in, and, you know, and you have to have a sweepstaker's heart. You got to, like, go with the flow, have fun with it. You win some, you lose some. Don't get too married to it, you know what I mean? But like I said, Twitter, Facebook, grocery stores, malls, register receipts, you know, just to get your mind buzzing. And, you know, and make this be interactive. You know, feel free to share anything you like below. If there's specifically something you want to share about sweepstakes below, you know, go for it. That would be great, you know. So my goal here is to teach you about sweepstaking, because for me, sweepstaking is a fun hobby. I enjoy the win, but I also enjoy all the people that I meet, and I want it to be a happy, fun hobby for me. I don't want it to be this competitive thing. It's like, I was in sales for years. The people that are real competitive, they usually come up like a rock and down like a rock. I think you can have a great time at sweepstaking and win a ton, because you make friends in sweepstakes, and if you make friends, then they teach you things that they know, you teach them things you know, and it's a win-win for everybody. It's all how you present it, like kind of like give it, it will be given unto you. You know, press down, shake it together, will men give into your bosom, which, you know, so for me personally, I pray to win too. You know, that's my competitive edge. I pray to win. You know, but I'm just saying that for your sake, you guys, enter the sweepstakes. Sweepstaking has changed my life. I mean, honestly, I win a lot. I love playing sweepstakes. Sometimes my schedule gets busy and I can't enter as many, but I usually do enter as many as I can a day. Some days it might be all day, some days it might be one or two, but it all depends on what I can do. But it's best to keep a schedule if you're going to seriously sweepstake. You know, like, I would suggest, like, take, you know, in the evening I sweepstake, or I do it for 2 or 3 hours in the morning, and then go about your day. Just do what works for you. But if you have a specific time you sweepstake every day, or I only sweepstake on Friday mornings, then you're consistent. I think that's a lot that has to do with it, is being consistent. And it's something that this is why I'm doing a series on it. There's knowledge to be had. I don't think it's pure luck or any magic formula. I think it's being smart and learning how to, you know, learning how they work so you can enter and win. Otherwise, you know, you can still win, but it's a lot better if you kind of know, okay, gee, this is how it goes, so you can win and give yourself a better competitive edge. Okay, guys, God bless. See you in my next video. Like, subscribe. Please share this with a friend, and hope you all win. God bless.